as a mother and her furry lifestyle. Ever since she began partaking in it, she made an effort to balance her life, which resulted in her introducing her eldest daughter, Caitlin, to the furry community. Eventually, Caitlin also got her own profile on Fur Affinity, and much like her mother, she was also an amateur artist, offering commissions free of charge for anyone who wanted them. Hello, I am Daydreamer Foxwolf. I am an artist that's still learning, but I'm pretty good at what I do. I am open for requests, mostly all the time. All you have to do is send me a note. I am a hugger, not a fighter. And all I have to say to people who hate me, haters gotta hate. Sorry. She was also pretty active on Facebook, where she shared tidbits about her life, one of them being that she wasn't just a furry, but a brony as well, meaning she was a fan of My Little Pony. Although she was already in contact with a fellow community member and trying to design her own fursuit from scratch, Caitlin started saving money, trying to scrounge together $630 so that she could purchase a professional suit. Keep in mind that so-called good fursuits will often run for thousands of dollars. Caitlin and her mother also went beyond simply interacting with fellow furries online, as they frequently attended various conventions where Caitlin was often seen with friends, wearing their fursuit heads. In this particular video, we can see her badge is marked with minor, and given the video is from 2014, she would have been 15 years old at the time. On the surface, it looks like Caitlin lived a normal, healthy life for a kid, even if the degree of her participation in the furry community was a bit unusual for someone her age. However, once you prod deeper, it's clear she was struggling with some serious issues, and she made no effort to keep these issues private. On her Twitter, she often spoke about drinking hard liquor, usually in relation to her furry lifestyle, and occasionally paired with casual drug usage. Given, at this point she was 17, and teenagers in high school do drink or do other dumb things. But in Caitlin's case, her substance issue appeared to be connected to her being bullied at school and not having the best relationship with her family, both of which she spoke about openly. The bullying in particular was attributed to her appearance, and perhaps also because of her insecurity about her looks. She started dating relatively early, and with a guy that was 3 years older than her, no less. On its own, this relationship seemed harmless, but it establishes that her parents had no issue with her dating someone older at that time, and this will become relevant later on. Despite her also having problems with her family, Caitlin grew pretty close to her mom, probably as they bonded over their interest in the furry community. While her social life at school wasn't doing too good, her mom could provide her with the alternative, attending conventions and fursuit meetups together. One specific social circle they were members of was La Habra Fur Bowling, a California-based furry group of friends who would get together and, well, bowl. And it's at this group that they would meet our next two people of interest. Frank Felix registered his Fur Affinity account in 2007, just 2 years after the site's creation. He was, by all means, a tried and true member of the furry fandom. And you can tell just how dated it is now, considering his commission status is set to dirt. His persona was a dragon, and he was a pretty edgy guy in the way a lot of late 2000s and early 2010s profiles were. I was kidnapped by a rogue government op. They turned me into a friggin' alien, only to find their weaknesses. Then, I escaped and lived a good life. Frank was a unique guy, to say the least. He listed his gender identity as switcher, meaning fluctuated between being male and female. Simultaneously with his gender and furry identities, Frank was huge into firearms, and was a hardcore military enthusiast. On his profile, he lists his range accuracy, and writes, "I shoot the whole bullet. That's 65% more bullet." I'm not really a gun guy, so someone in the comment section will have to fill me in on what this means. He also had a poem on his profile. "I can now see what I really want in an intimate relationship, to which I am not really ready for yet. I still need to recover, but I need complete and wholehearted honesty, complete transparency between each other. If I can't get that, then I can do anything else. Because from the beginning, I am completely blunt and honest. I give the raw truth. And a lot of people hate that. As well, I dig for the truth. All sides of the story, not just one perspective. Other than that, I need someone who can show me my true worth. Because, to myself, I am still worth less than dirt that is treaded on by many. I am too broken to be repaired. Too broken to be placed back together. A hollow excuse of a person that tries to make everyone else happy so they don't end up like me." Now, while I don't want to judge someone too harshly for being cringe and emo in the late 2000s, this guy wasn't a teenager. He was 25 years old when he met Caitlin, and had that as his Fur Affinity bio. He was wearing a gas mask in his DeviantArt profile picture with a visible V for Vendetta poster on his wall. "I am the lone survivor of an experiment codenamed Black Poison. And I live with the memory that I lost 6 of my best friends trying to get away, but I fight on." While some of the art that he made and posted to his DeviantArt was pretty well done, it does seem that overall, Frank was a bit stunted and immature, especially given how well he took to Caitlin, who was just in her late teens. Based on his profile's comment section, he was relatively well liked, but much like Caitlin's mother, he was by no means someone of note. Frank repeatedly alludes to being a social outcast and having a troubled past, although its nature is never specified. Additionally, his Worse, her affinity profile indicates that he was in a relationship with not one, but two people, and on Twitter, he openly engaged with lots of fetish material, an interest he would frequently explore on his DeviantArt, as he often drew his dragon Sona with huge balls, for whatever reason. I don't even think dragons are supposed to have balls, let alone huge ones, but making biological sense is never a concern for a gooner of Frank's stature. Over on his Reddit, we can also find some kind of patriotic plane with large breasts, although it kind of also looks like a shark depending on how you interpret it. Despite whatever claims he had that he was in a polyamorous relationship, clearly Frank was a frustrated and lonely guy who was constantly looking for someone to engage with him in that manner. On Reddit, some of his posts show he was trying to have a sexual encounter with a random trans person he had never spoken to before, signaling Frank was so thirsty he was willing to get with complete strangers. On the same account, Frank posted to the r/jacking subreddit, which is pretty much exactly what you would expect from that community name alone. In response to one video, he said, "Whoa man, would have loved to suck that one down." His desperation is echoed on a profile he had on another platform as well, OkCupid. There, he said he was looking for women from the ages of 21 to 42, specifying he was interested in non-monogamy and casual dating, although it's dubious if he had any success. Over on his Facebook account, this loneliness and lack of engagement with other people is further established, as Frank frequently laments how many people have left him, how he felt completely unloved, and how sad and numb it all made him. His vague emo posting, paired with his presence in communities like furries and Eagle Scouts, were a signal Frank was looking for just about anyone to be in social contact with, which brings us to his best friend, Josh Acosta. While Frank was simply a military larper who owned some guns, Josh was actually enlisted, being an Army private stationed at Fort Irwin in California. Based on his Facebook profile, we can see that his interest in bronies had morphed with his affinity for the Army, showing a pony in full Iraq War-era attire. It's hard to believe that this combination actually exists. Safe to say, we're not winning any wars anytime soon. His profile picture was a tank, and his posts had various pony artworks where characters donned combat fatigues and held firearms. One particularly crazy post on his profile read, "Dear Princess Celestia, I have completed my training for the Equestria Bureau of Investigation SWAT Unit, and with my promotion to sergeant, I have been put in charge of a squad. With this responsibility, I will ensure that the laws of Equestria and my oath are maintained. Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle." Thanks to his military background, Josh was even able to get a position as head of security at a furry convention, further fusing all of his passions together. Although Josh was pretty accomplished, especially compared to Frank, his early life was significantly more troubled than his. Josh was born to a mother afflicted with fetal alcohol syndrome, and to make matters worse, he was born just one day after she got out of jail. Both Josh and his sister tested positive for meth as children, and he was eventually diagnosed with autism, described as naive, emotionally immature, and prone to black and white thinking. His sister, on the other hand, suffered sexual abuse from one of her teachers, but the teacher wasn't prosecuted. Clearly, this household was extremely dysfunctional, so Josh turning out to be a militarized brony was the least bad thing to come out of that. As far as I can tell, Josh and Felix met online through a furry Facebook group, and from there they became friends, attending furry events together in their spare time. With all of these people being furries, and all of them being from California, it's only natural that they would run into each other. At the La Habra Fur Bowling Group, Frank met Caitlin's parents, but became enamored with their eldest daughter. While his previous relationship had been with a man, he became fascinated with Caitlin instantly, and they started dating soon after. I hate that when I'm in a relationship, I'm happy, and then suddenly anxious, like, yeah, someone likes me, then suddenly, but what if they don't? Now, this relationship proved to be problematic for a few reasons. Firstly, Frank was significantly older than Caitlin, with him being 25 years old when they met in 2016, and her being 16 or 17. Her parents apparently didn't approve of their relationship, especially once they found out that she was sexually active. On his Facebook, Frank posted a poem about her for everyone to see, which is strange given how easily his family could have stumbled upon it. Meanwhile, her classmate on Facebook claimed that Caitlin had gone to school bragging about her new boyfriend. When I went to school with her, she was telling everyone she was pregnant by an older guy, and her parents were happy about it. It's unknown exactly how true this is, but if it is true, it's likely that someone she went to school with informed her parents about what was going on, which eventually led her family to find out. While there's never been any evidence that she was pregnant, we do know that the relationship continued throughout the summer of 2016. But this large age gap wasn't the end of the concerns. At one point, the two attended a furry convention together, at which point she encountered someone closer to her age and began flirting. In front of everyone, Josh cut himself as a manipulation tactic to make her feel bad and remain with him. Another person claimed that he had self-inflicted cigarette burns on his arm. Regardless, the parents did not forcibly end the relationship, meaning the troubling aspects were allowed to fester for the time being. Frank then posted art depicting his persona and Caitlin together, wielding several firearms, ready for combat. Possibly due to influence from Frank and Josh, Caitlin herself began showing signs of an interest in a military career, although that never materialized due to the events that were about to transpire. Just 5 days prior to their crimes, Josh and Felix could be seen hanging out at a public park, seemingly without a care in the world. They were jousting at a barbecue for the SoCal Furries, the same group that they had met as a part of. According to those who attended, Caitlin was actually with them, donning the new fursuit head. Meanwhile, by late 2016, Felix's posts on social media had been getting more and more dark. I gave you so many chances, and you kept coming back to me when you needed to pick me up. Yet, you seemed to like what I offered. You loved how honest and real I was compared to what you looked for, but that fact was also why you hated me. I could tell when you were lying and faking, and when you were real. And if anything, I was the only person to really satisfy you in all ways possible. Sad thing I know is you're trying to kill all of those feelings and try and never come back to me, but you will. It's in your nature, but I might not welcome you back as openly and warmly as before without you confessing the truth, completely and openly. And even then, I know you'll still lie to me. You're just afraid to be open with people that can raise you like a European city during the Second World War. I just hope you're going to regret everything you've done to me, and everything you could have done, and live with that guilt you put on yourself every day. While it's quite likely this was directed towards Caitlin and referencing the situation she had with her parents due to their relationship, it could technically be about someone else, given Frank's proclivity to be with multiple people at once. As far as we know, the relationship was still going on at the time, so it's equally possible this was about someone else. A past relationship, or just Frank delusionally LARPing, as he is prone to do. Whatever the case, on September 19th, 2016, Frank Felix messaged a man named Cody Dunn on Facebook, confessing to him that he was about to commit a horrible crime. Frank asks his friend what he's up to which he responds, "Nothing much, just fixing my bike. What are you up to?" Frank responds saying he's trying to relax, but having a hard time due to some things he can't talk about. Cody responded, "I feel like everyone from the fandom just doesn't want me to be a part of anything, so I don't care if you're stressed out from a fandom-related thing. Don't talk to me about it. But when I want to be a friend and chat, grow up, put a smile on, and bite that shit and chew, not nibble, goes by quicker." If you haven't noticed, both of these people type like they're having a stroke at all times. Whatever the case, Frank responded, clarifying, "It's not fandom related. I might be assisting someone in murder." Bro, you did or didn't, not like, you've been ever since I moved to Big Bear. Frank responds with a ... Cody then responds by saying, "You make your own decisions. If you want to help murder someone, you're going to have to suffer the consequences, or you can stop it from happening and get rewarded. You have a choice in this one. I didn't. I was framed and prosecuted for something I didn't do." Clear as day, Frank indicates his intention to kill someone. However, he then backtracked and lied, saying he was harming him and animal instead. Cody became frustrated with him, saying, "What are you thinking about that? It's not murder, unless it's somebody's pet, then they may be arrested and charge you. But you won't be charged with murder, more than individuals." And Cody kept read between the lines. He may have figured out what Frank was planning to do, and maybe even been able to do something about it. But instead, he took his friend at his word. In the following days, either Josh or Felix made a trip to a hardware store to purchase bolt cutters, although it's difficult to ascertain which one actually did it. What is certain is that the cutters were used to unlock Felix's father's shotgun, which he then gave to Josh, along with earplugs for protection from the sound of the blast. They arrived at the family home during the late hours of September 24, 2016. Inside was Caitlin Yost, her two younger sisters, Chris and Jennifer Yost, as well as Billy Boucher, a family friend whom Caitlin referred to as her uncle, despite having no blood ties. Billy's presence in the house was due to the fact that he had a 3-year-old son who lived with his mother nearby, and being in the Yost house meant he could stay closer to him during his allowed visitation hours. Billy had actually known the couple since high school, so him staying there was hardly out of the ordinary. On Facebook, Jennifer posted that night saying she was making lasagna. Just a typical night in the Yost family household, with no suspicion that anything strange was going to happen. Josh Acosta approached the house unarmed, speaking with the family on friendly terms. This was likely so he could case the house and get an understanding of who was inside each room. Meanwhile, Caitlin was packing her bags. She was fully on board with leaving the family behind, apparently so that she could be with Felix. Once her parents were asleep, Caitlin simply texted Josh a plus sign, their secret code that she was ready to go. She left the house to go to the truck, which was waiting with Felix inside, along with his firearm. Josh then took the firearm and re-entered the home. The first person he saw was Billy Boucher, asleep on the couch. Josh Acosta instantly took his life. He then marched on to their parents' room, finding Jennifer and Chris Yost. Jennifer didn't even have a chance to leave her bed, as she was shot immediately. But after that, Josh's weapon jammed, and he struggled to reload. This gave Chris time to try and flee. He ran to the back door of the home, but unfortunately, he never even got to the backyard, as Josh followed him, cleared the jam, and executed Chris Yost in the front home. The three then fled the scene in Frank's truck, leaving behind Felix's two sisters. At 8:20 a.m., emergency services received a call from a 6-year-old girl who stated, "Mom and Dad and Billy died." Meanwhile, her older sister was nowhere to be found. Frank Felix later claimed that the killings were intended to look like a robbery gone wrong, but naturally, given nothing in the house had been stolen, and the oldest near-adult child living in the house was also missing, it didn't take them long to figure out that this was far from a case of petty burglary. Caitlin's extended family assumed this was a case of kidnapping, putting up missing posters and asking anyone with information to send it to the Orange County Crime Stoppers. A manhunt had officially begun, as the police were aware that whoever had committed the crime was still at large and could be on their way to free content. While they were on the run, a friend of theirs from the Southern California Furries group texted Frank, asking what had happened, to which he claimed that the murders had nothing to do with it. It took 2 whole days for the three to be found. Frank and Caitlin were caught traveling alone, and Josh picked up as he tried to return to his normal life at his army base. Frank and Caitlin were arrested, with Caitlin being taken to a juvenile detention center and her boyfriend being moved to jail. In the immediate aftermath, family and friends would grieve their loss. In regards to Boucher, his uncle remarked that he was a good kid, with simply been in the wrong place at the wrong time. Meanwhile, Patcho Fur, founder of the Furry Dog Patch Press, posted a statement regarding the events, lamenting the crime and stating that it was everything in Houston events. Their family friend, Melinda Giles, a fellow furry, canceled numerous Southern California furry events in accordance with mourning the family's passing. Meanwhile, Shane's mother was one of the few to immediately pinpoint that the murders had something to do with Caitlin, specifically referencing the relationship she had with Frank Felix. She said, "It just seemed there was always something going on with that teenager." Meanwhile, some of her online friends found out about what had happened, one of them even going to the scene of the crime to leave a lit candle in memory of the family's deaths. This same person, going by the name of Blue, commented saying that they saw troubling signs before the events that ultimately took place. Looking back at previous fur meets and dramas, there was evidence of trouble brewing. Someone would have foreseen this happening. With that sentiment in mind, investigators began picking apart what had led to such a grisly crime. Based on his online history, it was already apparent that Felix was somewhat disturbed, and based on his Facebook messages, he was clearly ready to commit the crime he eventually was sentenced for. Despite this, he attempted to lie about his involvement to prosecutors, initially claiming that his actions were done under duress as he was afraid of Josh, meaning he was ultimately responsible for what happened. But under questioning, he later admitted to helping him procure the firearm and planning the attack. That didn't stop him from claiming in a letter to his mother that he only confessed out of fear for what Josh may do if he was out of jail. The cops didn't seem to buy it. Apart from their online communication, it was also pointed out that the two had been in contact via letters. One letter from Frank Felix to Josh Acosta contained, and I quote, "a drawing of a sexually androgynous anthropomorphic horse with human breasts." I wish I was kidding. But that still fails to answer the question of why the murder happened. Your immediate assumption may be that it was due to Frank's clear infatuation with Caitlin. He was madly in love with her, but she was too young, and the Yost parents disapproved. So he planned to hurt her so that he could run away with her and be with her without the parents' disapproval. There certainly is some truth to that, as Felix messaged Caitlin after the murders, stating that they could start a new life together and make her younger sisters their children. Additionally, several people claimed that the parents had explicitly forbidden Caitlin from seeing Felix. Jennifer Yost told her several weeks ago that she had forbidden Felix from seeing her daughter. To protect her daughter, Chris and Jen were like, "We don't want you to be friends with our daughter anymore." Seems pretty open and shut, right? Well, unfortunately, that is far from the end of the story. When the police found Acosta at his post in Fort Irwin, they discovered he had 3 bullet casings from the event in his pockets, but he still initially tried to deny their involvement. But on further question, Josh claimed that the reason for the murder was not because of the forbidden relationship. Instead, it was because Caitlin had told him and Felix that she was being molested by her stepfather, Chris Yost. As a result of this belief, he showed no remorse for his crimes whatsoever. That family is a twisted, wretched cesspool, and it's a festering wound. I cauterized that festering wound. When asked why he had killed their friend, Billy Boucher, he said that he was simply collateral. describing him as a monkey wrench in his plans. His claimed motivation for the killing was that Caitlin was being serially abused by her parents, and that by taking them out, he was saving her from further suffering, and saving other potential victims from the same fate. He further stated he was indifferent on if his life ended with the case, saying he was just glad that a little girl was now safe and sound. His friend, Frank Felix, also independently claimed that his motive for the crime was the suffering she was experiencing at the hands of her stepfather, before admitting that he could have just called the police instead of planning a triple homicide and then going to jail. Them both claiming this while they were not allowed contact between them because they were being held by the police seems to indicate that both of them were told this by Caitlin, and it's not some lie they came up with on the spot to make themselves seem like heroes. But what about Caitlin? Due to her age, prosecutors were initially apprehensive to charge her.
Prosecutors are still deciding whether a 17-year-old who was also arrested will be charged as an adult.
Well, we first have to establish that Caitlin's testimony on what happened that day has been inconsistent at best. When she was first questioned after her arrest in 2018, she claimed that her father was physically abusive and that her stepfather had been guilty of much worse. In court, Caitlin testified that she had been molested by her stepfather on a weekly basis. 15. She says that she told Felix and Josh about what had happened because she needed help running away from home. But she also said that she had never encouraged either of them to kill the family. She also corroborated that her parents disapproved of the relationship, but also added another detail. She claimed that when she told Frank about what had happened, instead of helping her, he used the information as blackmail, using it to demand sexual favors. If she didn't comply, he would tell her mother. She stated that once Josh arrived at the house, she had second thoughts about the entire thing, but ultimately caved to pressure out of fear of what he may do. This story very well could be true, and I say could because whatever the case really is, we can never truly know what happened. The suspects, if there even could be one in this situation, is dead, and no police reports were ever filed against Chris Yost in regards to this case. And on top of that, there is no evidence suggesting that Caitlin was being abused by her stepfather. Josh's attorney also pointed out that in the days before the event, Caitlin had messaged a friend where she discussed the frequent arguments she had with her mom, and made remarks about killing someone. Ever looked at someone and wondered how many ways I can kill them right now? I have. Caitlin said that these messages were simply role-playing, as at the time, she was acting as a part of her online alias. For some of the other related messages, she simply stated that she didn't even remember writing them. This also stated in an article from the Orange County Register that Melinda Giles, a friend of Jennifer Yost, told the press that just a few weeks before the event, Jennifer had called her and expressed worry about being received feelings. All I know is that Jennifer called me very distraught a few weeks back, telling me that she didn't want Felix around her daughter anymore. In November of 2018, jury deliberations began for Josh. He had already confessed, though the likelihood that he could work out a lighter sentence was extremely low. Here, it's revealed that on the night of the killings themselves, Caitlin claimed she had planned to tell her mother about what her stepfather was doing to her. But at the same time, it's also acknowledged that Caitlin had lied to prosecutors. And I quote, Caitlin acknowledged that she had repeatedly lied to police and prosecutors, at times telling them that her mother had physically abused her, or denying telling anyone about the alleged sexual abuse. However, in exchange for her cooperation with the police, she was granted immunity, allowing her to tell her full side of the story without any legal repercussions. In court, Josh's attorney would heavily question her, and went even further. He claimed that she wanted her parents dead, and was attempting to manipulate someone into killing them. But keep in mind, his motivation is to protect Josh. He attempted to excuse the killings on account of Josh's autism. It did not work, as Josh was ultimately sentenced to life in prison without parole. Frank's attorney and family attempted a similar defense strategy. His mother claimed that he was far from an evil mastermind, and instead had been influenced into committing the crime due to his naivete. His defense attorney also pointed out that he suffered from anxiety and depression, had no prior record, and, unlike Josh, had shown remorse for being involved in the killings. Ultimately, none of this was enough for the jury, as he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. In the background of the mainstream media coverage, several figures came forward to contribute new information to the public discourse. It's worth noting that these claims are unverified, but if true, they do give us some insight into who the killers were before their crimes, and what the Yost parents were like before their deaths. I'll organize these comments by the people they concern, beginning with Frank Sato Felix, Caitlin's boyfriend. In a YouTube comment, one user stated that she met Felix at her home through her daughter, a fellow furry. She claimed that Felix did seem strange, but nothing too out of the ordinary as far as she was concerned. As far as Josh goes, one user named Hamburger Supreme joined the gossip forum Kiwi Farms in September of 2016, claiming to be a friend of Josh's through school. He first stated that Josh Acosta was very open about his involvement with the furry community, regularly filling the user in about whatever the latest online furry or brony drama was. He also stated that he was open about his more sexual interests in the brony fandom. talking to the user about flopping, which is code for groany not safe for work material. But he made it clear that the guy was far from normal, adding that when he brought him over to his house, he gave his family the creeps to the point that his younger siblings hid in the closet when he was around. He stated that he was extremely socially awkward, avoiding eye contact at all costs. However, the user never saw him as a potential murderer. He went on to recall his lack of social skills and knowing what is generally socially appropriate. When he returned for basic training for the Army, he showed up at my family's doorstep at damn near midnight to say hello and let me know he was back. Before then, we had talked once a month since he had left on the phone. He was the president of a brony group that was always full of and he acted like he needed to move both heaven and earth to keep together. He left for the Army last March and had a going-away party where he had done a super formal changing of the guard procedure. When he got back, he told me that he had merged it with the local furry club. He went on to say that he saw Josh as too much of a coward to carry out the murder. However, in tandem, he claimed that Josh messaged him just 1 week before the murder, showing off his new AR-15. While this may be true, keep in mind that this is not the murder weapon, which instead was Felix's father's shotgun. He also said that Josh struck him as a very sexually frustrated person. Before he entered the Army and was telling me about his going-away party, he confided in me that he wanted to lose his virginity to a woman before shipping off back east. Since then, I remember him telling me that he was bisexual. I also remember him mentioning meeting a boyfriend on base. For verification of his crimes, he posted a unique photo of Josh at McDonald's. Given the level of detail and specificity of the post, it's likely there is at least some truth to this account. In September of 2016, another user, Garvey's love child, also joined the forum. They claimed to have known the family, with their own daughter being friends with Caitlin, and they had a lot to say. 1. I could not stand Caitlin. She was obnoxious and a pathological liar. She showed zero respect for myself, my wife, and even my mom when we brought her along to see a movie with us. This fueled speculations that Caitlin may have lied about her stepfather and what she supposedly suffered from under his care. 2. Caitlin, at the time, spent a lot of time watching 1,000 Ways to Die. While this is relatively harmless in most contexts, this could be a sign of Caitlin having a morbid fascination with death and killing. 3. Caitlin was an enthusiastic furry. I think she thought of it as a way to bond with her mother. This much is already clear, given her mother became a furry before Caitlin could have even been aware of what the fandom was or what it was about. 4. Caitlin and her mother wanted to take my daughter to one of their furry meets. When that happened, my daughter was no longer allowed to visit her house. 5. Jennifer seemed like a recovering addict. She had the slurred speech of an alcoholic, yet never smelled of alcohol. I think she cared deeply for her kids, but either didn't want or know how to set boundaries for them. 6. Chris was very quiet. He didn't talk to me, his wife, or kids any of the times I was there. He just hung out in the kitchen or his room playing his guitar. Either he was a kept man or a good guy just trying to do what's expected of him. 7. They lived in conditions. The house was run down and hardly had any furniture. There was a distinct white trash feel to the place. Although we don't have many photos of the inside of the home, we do know they lived in a pretty small house and were a low-income family by all accounts. I don't say this to disparage them, but more to say that this state of affairs was likely part of what led them to become so engaged with the furry family. It was an escape from their circumstances. This user went on to make other claims about the family as well, saying that Caitlin often lied about completely pointless subjects and possibly had some mild behavioral issues. He would also point out one other connection, claiming that Caitlin may have been mistreated by someone outside of the family. He links to a Facebook post which shows a photo of Billy and his son, posted from Billy Boucher's account. The third photo seems to show that a man named Aaron Ronald Barras is now officially on the sex offender registry. A comment on the post from Billy seems to indicate that Aaron Barras had some kind of inappropriate interaction with a 12-year-old girl when he was 20 years of age. Some people at the time speculated that, if true, Caitlin may have projected her feelings toward what happened to her onto her stepfather, due to the fact that he and her mother were uncomfortable with her seeing Frank. However, given that the perpetrator of the aforementioned crime, Ronald, was arrested in 2006, it's unlikely this case is related, as Caitlin would have been much younger than 12 at the time. The user also commented on Caitlin's academic performance issues. I know she struggled academically, but I don't know how bad it was. Around me, she seemed below average for age, but not an imbecile. Her online presence shows that her writing skills were pretty terrible. And while it's anecdotal, he would go on to say he didn't believe any physical harm had come to her from her parents. I don't think there was any physical abuse going on in that house. There was a negative vibe there, but it felt more neglectful than abuse. Some would say neglect is abuse, but I think you'll understand my meaning. I just can't swear Jennifer caring enough to forbid the relationship with Felix by abusing Caitlin or allowing her to be abused. He'd go on to say that he believed Caitlin was attending furry events when she was as young as 14 years old, which does seem to be the case based on her online history. Given that furry accounts often have sexualized artwork, and furries aren't exactly known for their prudeness, it's possible she was exposed to some things that she shouldn't have really been around. Although there's no evidence on this specific claim. Elsewhere, other furries would express concern that the Yost case could reflect negatively on the fandom of the One user stated, "Great, now CSI might do something with furries again," referring to an episode of CSI from the early 2000s that featured a sex-crazed furry. Directly after the murders, relatives of the Yost had created into a fund to raise money for the care of the two youngest daughters. The initial description read, "The unimaginable has happened to two little innocent girls who are now left without parents to raise them. Our hearts are completely broken, and we'll miss them every single day that passes. We will remember the good times we had and remind these two beautiful girls how much they were loved by their parents. The girls are 6 and 8 and will need all the help they can get in this extremely tragic event. The most recent updates state that they are doing well permanently. It's likely we'll never have a full picture of what exactly happened to this family.
No.
Costa and Felix had some serious issues and were potentially primed to commit a crime of this nature. On the other hand, the inconsistency of Caitlin's testimony leaves much up for debate. Whatever the case, it serves as a grim reminder that these things do happen, and it leaves two young men serving life sentences. Meanwhile, the Yost daughters continue on without parents, and Caitlin's location or what her life has become since the murders is entirely unknown. In his closing statement against Josh Acosta, District Attorney Troy Keenar stated, "I don't think any of us will ever know if there is any truth to the allegations against Chris Yost." Meanwhile, Jennifer Yost DeviantArt now serves his memorial page, with commenters expressing their sadness at the passing. I'm the Turkey Tom. Thanks for watching, and until next time, leave me alone.
My wife. My wife. Oh, she's dead. Reality and action is all that matters.
Looking at my PayPal whatsoever. Like I said, when I said all means of communication are shut down, I meant that. Like I said, everything is being documented. It'll be sent to a lawyer. It's money, right? So everything we do over here, we move efficiently. This is all business. Everything that I do is extremely serious, right? Remember, I was the activist, right? I turned into Batman. God transformed me in front of all of you. Now, like I said, 15 times world record holder, right? I don't have time during training that's above a moving athlete of Mike Tyson. It's on camera proving to me that I move faster than I can see. It's on camera proving to me that I'm better, quicker, stronger than Mike Tyson was in his time. And I get it in the street. Mike Tyson never did what I did. So I'm already a greater legend than Mike Tyson. I'm centered on my own league. Like, I don't participate in other people's soft leagues. I'm not owned in dictators' pockets like, Muhammad Ali were. So what do you mean? He sold out to the system. He was sauce in front of everybody. And he threw the match. Right? So meanwhile, we go here and we don't do anything like that. All we do is look good. And like I said, I'm billion in the state of 2,000 Jordan. All part about a fair of $100 for every month. People rights, order royalty, books I worked almost 2 G. Stock selling lawsuit for the 70,000 shares, all the money I worked for, all these jobs I pumped into that stock. So they're going to have to pay me something for every share. And like I said, I'm trying to make sure they pay me for all 70,000 shares, not 30,000, not anything else, not for a certain date. They need to give me all my money, right? My inheritance was stolen, so we're still waiting on that. Because they got to give me all these properties that out in California and all that. They got to give me all my millions of dollars. But they said, I look the way that all y'all want to look, especially the folks on YouTube, right? I'm not going to get in no other energy. I'm going to be professional, and I'm going to run my business, and I'm going to talk about what's producing to me. Like I said, all I see online is the same behaviors every day. It'd be the same groups who try to talk in a certain way. Let me explain this to you. Nobody wants to be like any of you, okay? I'm not going to get in that energy on this network. I'm not going to tell you how I feel. It's a conversation that's reserved for the streets and in person. So like I said, anybody who wants to talk to me, they're more than welcome to pull up any time and talk in front of my face. Which feel me? Not every conversation has to be online to talk to me face to face. You feel me? I don't talk on the internet. I'm not an internet dude. I'm a street gangster. I'm absolutely good. It's not fun. You understand? I don't play no games. I don't do these games. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know everything about me. All y'all know what it is, right? I run these internet waves. I run everything. I ain't got to keep my cool. I ain't got to be nice. I have nothing. I'm a gangster. You understand? Now people get to see me for who I really am. Right? So God told me this is my time finally where I get to be me. 100%. He was wrong. You feel me? Like I said, I'm from the hood and the ghetto. I don't know who you folks think you're talking to, but it ain't me. So I'm going to say this again. Now, my respect is non-negotiable. Like I said, I prove on my point every day. And like I said, nobody has me in any mood. I am never mad or upset. This is my energy and this is who I am. I'm a gangster from the hood. This is how we move, how we talk. If you don't like my content, you don't have to watch it. If you have an issue with what I'm doing, hey, I mean, I can care less. I'm not asking you what you're thinking. Don't volunteer your 2 cents, right? Don't do none of that. Like I said, it's all strict Chico rules. You don't think that you're operating in the hood, now you got to suburbs. You understand? I'm not trying to hear your opinion. I'm not trying to hear your nonsense. All y'all is what we don't want to do. We don't want to be wage slaves. We don't want to look like you. We don't want to act like you. We don't want to talk like you. We sure don't want to be the millennials. Okay, we sure don't want to be the culture. Look at them making an embarrassment out of themselves every day, and I make money off of talking about them and their mishaps and dilapidated circumstances. We don't want to be a part of this group. None of these people. We want to be a part of who I am. Okay? The white. So like I said, I'm very proud of my people. I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of the culture that I represent, which that's the culture I represent, right? And and the culture here, right? Other than that, I don't know what anybody's talking about. So again, and what's so crazy is, like I said, you got people trying to waste my time. My time is precious. Okay. No, we used to say time is your most valuable commodity. I appreciate you for sharing some with me, right? Okay, so time is the most valuable commodity. Okay, that's cool. Then I'm not going to let people waste my time. And I want to tell you something. When you speak, like I said, I'm not going to acknowledge it anymore if it doesn't make sense. It's not worth my time. I'm not going to say that anymore. So if I look at the videos, if you all look at it today, right, I'm going to just put my point real quick. If you look at any video of what I do, when I said I was doing full extension pull-ups, concrete back, my feet can't go any lower to the ground because it's 6'2". If I go any lower to the ground, my feet will touch the ground. Therefore proving that dude's nothing but just another person who's upset at my success, because there is no way for me to extend anymore, because then my feet will be on the ground. See what I'm saying? These people are trying to think of something to say that they know doesn't make any sense, because that's how they think. They're stuck in a cycle, they're stuck in a time loop, stuck in a... Hold on. Like I said, you've been proven incorrect, just like you were proven incorrect on the show previously. Conversation will go no further. Once you're proven wrong once, now you were proven wrong several times. You've been proven wrong for years and decades, but when you're proven wrong once, the conversation stops, and you do not have a voice. You have to understand credibility, everything, when you're dealing with race, when you're dealing with facts. I have nothing to defend. I'm the boss, nobody can tell me nothing. Y'all trying to get like me. So play catch up. Y'all can slow down my videos, bro, and study. And none of y'all gonna come close to my movements. I know 2 different styles of 52 blocks. I taught it to myself. Okay? I'm self-taught and self-made. I'm the only one who had the heart to go out and truly be a thug and a gangster for real. And not back down to anything. I'm talking about to dogs, people, to any gang member, to any set, to anything. I've done my thing all across the 50 states. The one thing you will never hear anyone say is Tyrese me back down. It's never happened, never will. So I'm the mob, this is my movement, I'm a gangster movement, and I'm an actual lord. So you go figure out what that means. People don't talk to a lord a certain way, they don't play games with a lord. That would be crazy. So like I said, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm not who I am. I know who I am. So like I said, when folks want to talk to me, pull up, talk to me to my face. If not, we're not talking. I'm not doing no more internet talking. Like I said. And like I said, no, I'm not in any mood. This is how a gangster does. I talk like this every day. This is how I am. Okay? Now, if you want to actually sit down and get to know me, cool. If you're an actual friend, then I may talk to you a little differently. But this is me with the public. I can care less, right? See, I'm not like DMX, like the minute I go outside, I belong to the world. No, I don't. I don't belong to this world. I don't belong to your society. Your society's a joke, and I've exposed it. And I'm dismantling your entire system. I'm a pure revolutionary. Everything speaks for itself. Like I said, nobody can tell me nothing. I'm done proving things wrong when there's no purpose to prove it wrong, because you already know it doesn't exist. It's a waste of my time. Can you imagine being that jealous and envious that you tell someone that they're not doing what they're doing on camera? And then I'm saying, like, I can see that you're not talking to me. I can see that you're looking for a reaction and response. And you're literally just sitting there and you have an agenda and it's clear what you're trying to do because you're upset. And then they say, oh, no, you didn't just do what you did. So, like I said, bro, I mean, you can watch every video on replay. There's no way to extend with the pull-up anymore, right? And nothing you said had any effect. I'm addressing this is right. See, they're trying to act like lack of common sense looks cool. Like narcissism looks cool. It doesn't. You gotta make sense. This platform requires a certain energy. Okay? I don't allow people to manipulate my energy or manipulate what I'm doing. So my rhetoric is going to stay the same, positive, filled with love. So, like I said, these people think they're spending everything they can, and it doesn't work. It's in the reading right now. It doesn't work, and it says divine justice is coming for all the corrupt. So, again, what's the problem? So I proved that they are all for extension boards. Just like I said, right? And I did 30, and then I turned around and did a set of 40. That's amazing. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you really messed up bringing that up to me, because now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to end up breaking the world record for full extension boards next, which will be what? That'll be my 16th, but I'm probably going to break some other world records before then. So that would be the 16th world record. I'm a 15-time world record holder. These are all tangible, legit. They're all on there. Okay? And you're trying to change the details of what the record was. Who are you? Why are you even talking? Like I said, you don't have a voice over there. None of you. So, like I said, when folks want to take me, and like I said, they're committing crimes and felonies across state lines, we no longer give you a voice. You want to take me for validation and whatever, that's fine. I'm not going to be looking at it, probably for a while. I don't got time for that. See, I can't be having to deal with anything. I have to be completely focused and undistracted. Because I'm a revolutionary. What I'm doing takes hard work and takes complete focus. That's why I need silence when I'm thinking and doing like that. So like I said, that's the one thing I will never tolerate. I don't play about my peace. So again, these people, they just can't deal with the fact that I'm happy. You see the smile on my face, you see the glow, you can see the power of God. You can hear the power of God. You understand? So like I said, everything I'm doing is real. Like I said, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. I'm a true revolutionary. There's nothing guilty or funny about me. I'm done going on people's panels because y'all folks don't have no respect and you want to pretend online. But like I said, everyone has a welcome offer to pull up and come see me and talk in front of me. And no one will take that opportunity. So what does that prove? I got everybody shook, huh? I run the streets, bro. You understand? That's a big deal, bro, for a man to just come out and say, all y'all saw the whole world. Like I said, these millennials, different cultures, groups, generations, you're joking. I don't talk about you and run and hide like other folks try. I talk about you in front of your face. I'm not trying to get anywhere. I'm not looking for problems. Like I said, like 50 said, but when people ask for a problem, I say no problem. You understand? We've already handled everything. We've already not backed down. We've already G-checked inside of the We've already been a boss. Ruby Jimmy said one hand, I'll be listening. Ruby Jimmy said in one hand, he said, what was it? He said, he said on one hand, he said, oh, so you associated with someone because they come on the panel? But Ruby Jimmy don't want to be my friend. He don't want to be associated with me. But he turned it around and then he said in the other show, he said that, what was it? He said, I don't know, he said basically, was talking about Batman. He brings me up all the time. All these people are mega super fans. I forgive you. You all are fans. That's why I go and try to talk to you. You're my fans. That's how we met. That's how we know each other. You're just my fan. That's all. I never say anything that's not positive about anybody. Like I said, like Ruby Jimmy, you know, he's made a lot of bad decisions. He continues to, but hopefully he'll get his act together. You know, that's all I can say. I tried helping. I tried being nice. I tried to offer the training. Y'all folks is too scared to come down here and just do a basic training to help me. And I think the match didn't even happen. Yeah, I mean, that's not a surprise. Everybody called y'all out on that and said that y'all would make them what's going to happen. So You know, and the whole thing is you trying to rig and manipulate and, you know, be conniving, basically, and finagle everything your direction so that you can get a free grant. Why should you get that money? I'm just saying, I should be making that money. I'm the boss. I'm the one with all the attention on me. I'm the one with the marketing and promotion. I'm the one with the platform. I'm the one with the voice. This is the thing. Y'all want to favor each other. You want to favor only your culture, your group, but then you want to turn around and say things about me that ain't true, man. Y'all are weak sauce, bro. See, you got to give credit where credit's due. No, the white boy is better than all of them. The white boy is stronger than all of them. The white boy took over the streets. See, these streets, when I go to Dallas, they ain't going to talk to me the way y'all talk to me ever. Trust me. They show nothing but love. They're going to say, no, that white boy he's the real deal. Okay? Like real dudes who be talking to me in the street or at a street level, in reality, they say, no, he's legit. They're going to defend me. They're going to get upset if you say anything crazy like what you're saying because it don't exist. So the streets is totally different from the internet. I'm not trying to get caught up in the internet talk. Like I said, anybody got something to say, come see me talk in front of me. And why y'all have something against that and act like that's a problem is beyond me. I'm a grown man, bro. Okay? Talk to me the way you talk in reality. Okay? I don't want to talk on this. I've had enough of that. You feel me? I had enough of that day one. Because, see, I don't play about my respect. So, like I said, people all know how I get down. You all know my history. Like I said, it's documented. Everybody know how I get down. Everybody know how I'm giving it up. Everybody knows straight gangster. You already know about this, right? So, like I said, ain't nothing fake here. This is all 100% real. Wasn't nothing ever simulated. Wasn't nothing ever manipulated. Wasn't nothing ever fake. The fake energies is coming from all these other folks, mostly on the internet. The fake people, in reality, it's easy for me to just put them in their place and stay away from them. I don't care about that. Fake people don't matter to me. If you're real, cool, more power to you. Fake, that's the whole point of everything. So, like I said, I proved everyone what it is, right? So, like I said, you prove things wrong one time, and then it's wrong. These folks want to just sit there, and like I said, what you're trying to do is clear your dick. You're not trying to have a conversation. You're not trying to be fair. You're not trying to let people, like, talk and hear me out and be fair. You just want to say things that you know, like, for what? Why would I want to kill them? I'm not here to do anything, brother. I'm here for you to show me love and support. You ain't got a choice. Stay off of my page, too. So, like I said, we don't do that anymore. You understand that whole energy? Like I said, we don't allow hate in our universe. Hate is a weak emotion, brother. Don't on some weak stuff. Okay? You got to get strong. We teach you strength. So when you do that, I have to teach you how to pull the strength back. You got to get strong. You understand? You shouldn't be doing that. That's not cool. We don't tolerate that. So I don't know who you thought you was talking to, but now you know. So like I said, you talk, you run your mouth, cool. I respond with videos. They get thousands of views, but y'all can't do that, right? On a website, bro, worth almost $2 grand. Billions in equity. I own a mansion in a state, over 2,000 jewelry. I'll fall out over $100 every. Why are you trying to minimize everything I'm saying? I'm not talking. These are things I really got. I own billions, boy. Okay? When you talk to me, you're going to talk to me with respect, because I'm not a businessman, only I'm a gangster. Remember that. So, what are you talking about? People know what they do. So, like I said, Scott's going to settlement lawsuit for over 70,000 shares, mineral rights, royalties. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Over 2,000 jewelry. Right? Bro, I have it all. I have everything. Right? The God provides. Well, I'm never in a bad mood. I just got to get my message out. Like, boom, bada bing, boom, 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 and that's it. I'm in a rush right now, bro. I got something. That's what y'all don't get. Yet everything that I say, they want to take it and turn it into, who told you you had a voice? You don't have a voice. You don't have a choice but to get real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time. I don't got time to be playing with y'all folks. You understand? I'm not really busy, bro. I'm working every day. You see, I get busy every day. I'm training. I don't have time. You think somebody who trains as hard as me got time? Like, I had to take some Tylenol today, bro. I had a horrible headache, bro. That I'm carrying armor on me. It weighs about 30 pounds, bro. You really think that somebody's trying to hear anything except positivity when they working as hard as I do? Hell no, bro. Every day? Come on, bro. The kind of stress that I'm putting my body under, bro, anyone else would have cracked and bended and folded a long time ago. Remember when Tekashi's left-hand man or right-hand man said, we don't fold, we don't break, we don't bend? That's exactly what he did, and then he snitched and sung like a canary. Your culture, your group has a habit of looking silly, looking weak. but you want to say something about me. They continue to do these same weak tactics. They want to run around. They keep wanting to use slander, smear campaigns, and say I'm something I'm not. No, I'm telling you what you are, and I'm calling you out on what you are. That's it. Like I said, you got a dude in a Roach Motel room right now that is the farthest thing from attractive or good looking, but he says that he's a something simple at YouTube, but he hasn't even had any women on YouTube. How does that make sense? But he don't want to talk about the facts and reality of who I am, right? I mean, you don't want to talk about, like, everything that I've accomplished, right? So what do you mean? I mean, it don't make no sense if you're that simple on YouTube looking the way you look. That don't add up. And you ain't got no experience with women? What are you saying? I mean, there's no competition, brother. I mean, you can't do a push-up. Literally, you're in a Roach Motel room. You're homeless. These are all homeless people in dilapidated circumstances, but they want to say something my direction. Your voice, okay? You do not have a voice. I thought we established this already. See, this is the thing. These folks can't ever just let it be and chill out. They got to start using they going and contacting me on payment apps. Why are you doing that knowing that's a felony and a crime across state lines? When are you going to wake up? You got G.G. Allen on the panel with Groovy Jimmy worried as hell because he knows he's going to prison on a federal indictment. Because the things that you've done and the actions, like that man told you, right? Whether I agree with his actions or not, he's a snitch and a soldier boy, whatever, a tattletale. But he told you the truth. No, it is illegal. And G.G. Allen's all worried, and you act like you're the spokesperson for trolls. G.G. Allen, let me expose you real quick, the truth about you. All you folks over there, guess what? G.G. Allen was on my you-know-what. G.G. Allen was a fan. G.G. Allen came from this show. G.G. Allen, the minute he touched the internet, he was obsessed with Tyree Sneed. He's just another Tyree Sneed wannabe, another fan. He don't come from any other channel, sector, nothing. G.G. Allen was a fan of mine, and I rejected him and said, bro, you mad weird. And I told him to scram. The only reason he went over there with all y'all people and all y'all trolls, Ruby Jimmy's a troll. All y'all. That's why you keep talking about trolls. Why are you acting like you respect and pay homage to people who got their karma and ain't no good and ain't never been about nothing? Trying to make people like and overinflate their ego like they was something they not wasn't. What? Huh. Dude, that dude was soft as hell. All y'all are. What are you talking about? You want to be affiliated. You talking about affiliation, so you affiliate with trolls and then you keep getting online delusional. Ruby Jimmy talking about like reality's all backwards. Listen, I'm the superstar. I'm the only way that you're going to make any money. You can't even do a boxing match. Look in that sector, they ain't going to put no capital up because they all poor. You ain't going to get no brand or no band, I guarantee you. You ain't made no money, bro. You're struggling. You gotta sit there. You got to live off mommy, right? You got to live off mommy and struggle. These are facts. Why do you take everything like it's taking offense? I'm telling you the facts. You got to live off mommy, and she got to take care of you. You're pampered. You're spoiled rotten. You're entitled. That's the truth. Talk about you work. Yeah, probably a rat job that pays minimum wage. Who cares? In Katy, Texas? Right, you got to go to work. Isn't that a loss? And what do you have to do? Think about, man, Tyree Sneed, he working right now, but he out here running around doing what he wants. He getting what he wants to eat. He getting donations. Make up your mind, homie. Like, real talk, make up your mind, Ruby Jimmy. I'm not against you. You understand? But you got to make up your mind. We'll go in on a few people real quick. Hold up. Hey, you got to make up your mind, homeboy. You can't make up your mind whether you want to be a troll or a gangster. Well, you make up your mind and then you come talk to me. I appreciate what you said. He said, I'm in full support. Yeah, you're for me. You're in full support. I mean, you'll be in full support when you get away from all the trolls and get them off your channel. You want to tell other people I heard to get trolls off their channel, but you ain't done it. That's not hypocritical. See, you're a walking contradiction, brother. Like I said, them people have played you like a fiddle, and they already got you on a federal indictment on federal charges. They were doing that towards you before I ever came into the picture. Okay? You're a part of the red triangle, bro. I mean, you're looking at a federal indictment here. I mean, this is real. I'm talking real federal prison time. Groupie Jimmy. What do you mean? That was you. You did that to yourself. I don't want that for you. You walked into that. And I tell you, friend to none of you, I mean friend to none of you. I'm not trying to be your friend. And we tried that. Look at how you treated me. Right? Well, and you know in your heart what you did. You had a bunch of trolls come on your panel, right, try to all gang up and do that weirdo stuff, right, to overwhelm you. Yeah, that was a snitch move, brother. That's all you do is make snitch moves. You ain't got the heart to be a gangster. You want to talk like me, you want to talk like a gangster, but you're not. You're a mama's boy. Let's just say the truth. You're talking about what you don't eat. Yeah, your mom provided all the meals. I provide all my own food, Ruby Jimmy. Okay? And I do everything for myself. Okay? And I've done everything for everyone my entire life. And they're all in great places. People don't do nothing for me. Spoiled. It's a fact. See, you folks still ain't getting the point. You care about YouTube. I don't care about this. I don't care about YouTube. I'm a revolution. I'm going to keep being Batman with or without this channel. Understand that already. I'm not here to please you. I'm not here to be, I'm trying to be careful with the channel as much as I can, but I ain't going to keep doing it because it's getting old. Because it's against my nature of who I am. Like, these people know I'm raw and uncut. There's a bunch of stuff I want to say, how I want to act, things I want to post, things I want to do, and I can't do it on it. And it's very upsetting because it's against my nature. I'm going to tap into who I really am. Y'all ain't getting it. If I got to go to these other channels and start using them now so I can be more on fire and say what I want to say, I'm going to do that. I'm going to just use this as my money maker for right now. But what you don't understand, no matter what happens, all I do is move to the next channel and keep the show going. That's the thing y'all got to understand. The whole goal was just to get this check, get this going. Right now, I got to build this next check, get that up over 100. We already over $60-something. What's today? What, the 20? There's potential here for me to make it to over $100, the $100 threshold before next month. And I don't have to. I'll make it regardless, and we'll pay out the next month. But the point is, if I do it before the end of this month, it'll pay out this next month. And I got this check coming, what, on probably, I'm guessing like the 22nd, 21st to the 26th. Birthday is tomorrow. Ain't none of y'all wish me a happy birthday, though. None of y'all. None of y'all wish me a happy birthday. Nobody sent me any birthday money. You just said happy birthday. When you talk to me, I don't want to talk to any of you. I want you to just say something positive and keep it moving. We had a chance to talk. Just like I said, I'm not reuniting or having people come walk back into my life and pretend they are online. I want nothing to do with money. I want y'all to donate to do your job and pay me my punitive damages, and that'll help you when we get to court. That's all. You're just paying on future receipts. That's what y'all doing. Y'all helping yourself. Like I said, when we talk here, we talk reality. We talk all business. These folks want to act like they can minimize me. How are you going to minimize? This is how delusional they are. How are you going to minimize the biggest celebrity of all time and the biggest revolutionary who's a natural-born leader who's at the top, tippity top of the castle? Come on, bro. I'm like a leprechaun with gold at this point. What? Y'all, it's funny. Yeah, you was in denial this whole year. Remember what Steve's talking about? Oh yeah, you just say Tyree is blah 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 that everybody's watching it. Yeah, bro, you can't see the thousands of you. See, every time they talk to me, they want to talk to me like it's not reality that I'm winning and I'm on a whole nother level than them. I mean, I'm astronomical from them. And what's crazy is, like I told you, I've been rich and wealthy this entire time, have I not? Like I said, the big difference was just getting some people to donate and show an inkling of support, just a couple of bucks. And everything changed real quick, right? Because I have everything else in place because I work hard. See, all I need is just an ounce of support and people to have a good attitude, what's normal in society. The change from right now to a few weeks ago is astronomical. I've been doing this for 2 years plus. I have ups and downs all the time. That's because of this company and the fact they don't pay me right and they take forever to pay me, like 2 months. That's not normal. They need to fix that. You need to fix that. You need to pay your employees right. That doesn't make me anything. That doesn't mean I failed. That doesn't mean I've succeeded. See, you folks, they want to just talk, like I said, and they want to talk to try to cause me something. I know what it's all about. It's all just about they want stress. I'm good. We don't do that. You're not able to cause me any mental, anguish, whatever. You can't do that. Okay? I love my life. I love myself. So don't waste your time ever again. Okay, this is the last time I'm going to tell you. Don't ever talk to me like that. Don't ever waste your time trying to convince me my reality doesn't exist or I'm not who I am. It's a silly thing to do because I'm a mental giant and I'm not talking to you. And that's what's so weird about it is they're so petty and weak, they really think that makes sense. You know that stuff ain't working, bro. Who is you talking to? Can you imagine somebody walking up to me? You're not who you are. Right, you just trying to get somebody you know, you trying to get them worked up. You know it doesn't work. No, I know my reality, beautiful. What's the point of talking like that? Right, I'm not going to endure none of that. I'm not putting up with none of that. Never have, never would. So like I said, you took a loss every time. Like I said, son, G-checked every agent, everybody, all that, what you call hate, whatever, that envy, jealousy, all that, we didn't tolerate none of it. We run the streets. It is what it is. Well, you got to learn to hold jail. And that's it. That's the end of it. Like I said, there's no need for that energy, man. We got to keep everything cool, calm, collected, right? And keep running this business and make it look teddy bear cute for the public while I'm actually a gangster in the street and completely ruthless and the scariest thing ever. Okay? So, like I said, 530 on my wrist, got you pissed. Over 2,000 in jewelry. I got everything, little doggy. What you mean? Wearing my Gucci shoes cost a couple of racks, $1,000. What's up, homie? Huh? Yeah, I'm the coolest thing ever. Always been the cool dude. Always been the jock. Always been the athlete. In high school, my name rung bells. My name ring bells now. I'm a star. All these dudes, they better sense. They just wish they was me because they want attention from girls and women. That's the same reason that four-eyed dude lost both jobs and went crazy. He got ran out the neighborhood and ran away like the coward he is. And all that, I think, like I said, was over the fact that he couldn't get women. They all jealous of me because they can't get women. So what does that say about me? Like I said, I got a girlfriend, bro. I'm not here to compete. I'm not going to sit here and have people running their mouth at me, bro, when I can't respond. That's weird. Now, don't try to talk down on me, bro. Feel me? Especially like that. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm a boss. Okay? I'll look the way you want to look. Today, I checked Rob Wack right on his panel. He ain't doing nothing about it. Told him the reality and the truth of why you take 8 million showers a day. Enjoy it while it lasts, bro, because you're about to be on the street. And that's not only a prediction. That's a guarantee. He's about to be on the street completely homeless, literally. That family, these people, they're not going to keep paying for that Roach Motel, bro. And they got him in a pretty decent-looking hotel. I'm sure it's cheap and they got a rate. And people feel sorry, right, and treat him like the charity case he is. He wanted to act like he was working. He gave up on that real quick. You see, he's lazy. He stops going to work immediately. This is why you can't succeed. But you're more worried about saying things to me that aren't true. Fake, disparaging things than keeping your act together. See my point? But you want to talk like me, you want to try to copy me, you want to try to walk like me. Everything I do, they want to emulate. Like I said, bro, you're so lame, bro. Like I said, you would never talk to me like that. None of y'all. What are you talking about, bro? You think I care about that? Like I said, why is it that you give me different treatment than the rest of you two? That's all I'm trying to understand. Why do they all want to talk to me in a way that they would never talk to me? Ever. No one would ever talk to me like that. But they talk to each other like, oh, it's okay. Well, we all good. But him not, because, well, he's successful and he's so far ahead of us. It's not real. I earned this good way. Yeah, I come from the same thing. Actually, I came from way worse than all y'all. I didn't have nothing. I got it out of the mud. You understand? So, like I said, I respect non-negotiable, man. It's no problem, bro. The truth is, everybody gets a very rude awakening. Everybody finds out the hard way, the hard lesson with me. Everybody finds out that you don't have a choice. You never come out your mouth with my name. My name is never in your mouth, cousin. And we really move like that. So like I said, you wanted to talk about Styles P, and you wanted to talk French Toast wanted to talk about Styles P and D-Block. Yeah, they was always good. They didn't get no royalties to their music. He did it as a scam artist. Everything he ever did, he stole all the money from Biggie. He had Biggie Smalls riding the train. Why aren't y'all talking about Biggie? Biggie was riding the train homeless. That's a fact. Hold on. Furthermore, Little C's is soft, like everybody said, right? And the feds was involved in and Tupac. The feds and all that Illuminati masonry stuff, and the same people like Floyd Mayweather. That's why he came out and said, "Oh, I was there, I saw it." Yeah, I bet you were, because you're who set Tupac up. So why is he not in prison, but he was? He get into a conflict, of course he's going to, because you got too much fun going on. And some people was Tupac fans. The same thing with Eric Holder and Nipsey Hussle. Who cares though? The fact is, at the end of the day, if you notice the same culture, the same group, all they do is do it to themselves. I'm just going to tell you the truth, bro. We don't care. I don't care what none of them do. All they do is run their mouth. I be trying to do what I'm doing on social media. I have them, all sorts of them, all running their mouth. Like, and I have to sit there and G-check them like a million at a time. Like, honey, I don't care what you're talking about. I had one just talk about what that video there, that was something. What does that mean? That was something. And I'm asking, what do you mean? And they can't just spit out what they mean. And then I put them in their place because you want to sit there and talk crazy, right? Because I'm telling you, the way that you talking, you would never talk to me like that. So why would you front on social media? See, this is the problem with people is they don't get them about to be in every city and state in front of your face. This is the same thing that Mano went through because Mano was sitting there talking about walking up to so-called women, checking them, letting them know, hey, yo, you remember what you were saying on social media? Now I'm in front of you. It's not that serious, sister. It's not that deep. I have to do the same thing now. That's what y'all don't get. These so-called women, they yapping on social media, running their mouth, right? I'm like Mano. You understand? I don't do no fake stuff. I pull up, I address people in person. I don't care who you are. If you say my name, bro, if you say my name, I'm pulling up and I'm letting you know what it is. Now I'm gonna do it the right way. I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna pull you to the side. I'm gonna talk to you diplomatically. I'm gonna say, yo, listen. But, like you could do that with certain people, but I'm not that one that you can do it. You understand? And I give everyone a valid opportunity. So I'm gonna ask you to your face, whoever you are. Listen, do you really feel like that? Is it that serious? Let me know right now, because now I'm in front of you. See what I'm saying? And y'all gonna say, oh no. It ain't that serious, whatever, right? And the thing is, what people don't get is when it comes to like the trolls and the people who've done these things for decades across state lines, when I've asked you nicely and politely way too many times to stop and just let me be and leave me alone, like them people I'm not letting go of nothing. You understand? We don't take cop-outs. We don't give people a pass. You understand? So like I said, they already know what it is. They gonna stay 5,000 miles away from me. Ain't none of them coming near me. You can front all day online, that's where you'll keep it. You understand? Because you know reality, you know what's good. See what I'm saying? No, that's what I have to do. I got to talk to people in public and get their mind right and stop them. I'm going to be in public malls having to do this, walking up to folks saying, yo, you have my name in your mouth? Or you thought something sweet over here? Or y'all thought something was funny? And then all y'all just look like dumbfounded, like, oh man, you scary, you crazy. You know, I'm not crazy, you got my name. And you're not coming respectfully. See, that's normal people. That's common sense, right? See, y'all got to stop with this internet stuff, boy. You say something fly out your mouth, the generation I come from, we pull up and we address you. You feel me? Let's get real, bro. And you know how my generation is, because my generation, really, we don't do no talking. Really, we don't address anything, right? So what you mean? I don't got to be patient. I don't got to be nice. Keep my name out your mouth. That's what y'all do. Oh, yeah. If you think not, that's hilarious to me. Because like I said, when I'm in every city and every state, I'll be right in front of everybody. I'm addressing all of them. I don't care who it is. I don't care who you are, bro. I don't care if you're 8 feet tall. I don't care if you Yao Ming on steroids. Straight up. I wouldn't say my name. I'm telling you right now. If I was you, I wouldn't speak my name, bro. I ain't the one, homie. Trust me. And I'm tired of letting y'all know. So like I said, when people want to keep on building that up and building that up, because I just keep that in reserve. No problem. Keep on building up. Keep on trying to create fake attention. Keep on pretending. Keep on with the fact that y'all can't even make content. See, that's the thing. They don't get it, bro. I done cleaned everything up. I got my life right, man. My life was in shambles because of other people, because they destroyed everything I built. And I go pick up all the pieces, and now, oh, you want to give me a hard time when I'm not even locked up or nothing? I'm in the free world? How you think I'm gonna put up with that? Like I said, anyone, all y'all can come see me and talk in front of me. That's what it's time for. That's what it's been time for. I don't hold the internet nothing. What are you talking about? So what's up? Like I said, all these internet dudes, bro, I don't know why they keep doing that. I don't know why they keep talking crazy. No one that I'm gonna address them in person, face to face. Oh, ain't none of them gonna talk to me crazy. They all know that. They all know when I'm in front of them, they all gonna back down. It's not even a debate. These folks is online hiding, bro. They've been hiding for the past 2 decades plus, acting like I'm not who I am. What is that at? What is that at? What hood they do that at? I don't know what hood they do that at, because they know that ain't smart in no hood. Don't nobody play around like that in the ghetto. I'll tell you that right now. Feel me? Like I said, don't think that just because, oh, I made it out the hood, unlike the rest of it. Don't think that I done cleaned it all the way up like 50 Cent. 50 Cent said, let me show you some of the old me. That's what you've seen. I'm a monster, man. I didn't make it this far and get to this point off being anything but a monster. I'm exactly like Mike Tyson. I'm just worse. I'm way worse than Tyson. In his prime, I'm way worse. That's the part y'all don't get. Y'all really think he was something, man. See what I'm saying? Big hyper-inflated egos making people feel like something they're not. Bro, the whole culture is soft compared to me. I've been superior to you boys my entire existence, bro, for eternities. I've been doing this for eternities. Do you understand? I'm the immortal Batman. I'm a vampire, bro. I've reincarnated 1,000,000 times on this planet. That's what y'all don't get. I've been doing this. I've been the warrior. I'm Batman. That means I do this for eternity, bro. Because it's what I love to do. That means I get busy. Like Tupac when he says, "This is wrong because I want to get it on." That's me. I'm getting busy while y'all hanging out. I got busy when I did most of it. Straight mountain.
I was totally acting in
What you?
self-defense.
We got rules in this network, man. People want to get on here and pretend like they want to play with me or play with my business. No, you don't. So I promise you that. Like I said, go ask all the other people who thought that, who took losses for a crime. There ain't nothing funny about this and what y'all doing. What are you talking about? Huh? You don't remember what happened? Oh, y'all got amnesia? Oh, there's been a lot that's happened. A lot of folks got G-checked, bro. A lot of crazy stuff went down, homie, but you want to run your mouth. When the energy peace ball, we all good. When we made it. See what I'm saying? So then you talking too much. So now you playing with my equilibrium, with everything I got going. I'm going to tell you one last time, homie, don't ever play that game with me. So like I said, when y'all talk to me, make sure you talk to me right, bro. No, none of that exists. I don't got to put up with nothing, bro. Talk to me the right way. I'm a grown man. I don't owe you two nothing. I don't owe none of you folks nothing. You understand? I don't care about a you two. I don't care about nothing you talking about, bro. I'm a straight gangster. I'm going to do my thing with or without this. Real talk. Because it ain't worth it. It really ain't, bro. It ain't worth it, bro. I don't care for no money. It ain't worth it. No, it ain't worth my pride, my soul, my spirit, and my respect. My respect is non-negotiable. Remember that. So like I said, just remember, folks, remember that all these people, they talking and they think something's sweet, apparently, and they want to act and play cute. That's cool. A lot of people thought something was sweet. They all found out. I'm talking facts. I'm talking, I've done my thing all over the 50 states. I'm the most feared, not just respected, but I'm the most feared, not only man, but thing in existence. I'm a monster. I'm not even a human, I'm a monster. You understand? And I just make it look cute. Because I look like this, because I'm beautiful. Feel me? Like I said, one thing that probably folks running their mouth. This is my brother Nathan. Feel me? So, like I said, let people do it. Every day you see I clean it all the way up. I try to do everything to preserve the peace. I try to do it positivity. But every day you've got someone committing a crime across state lines and nobody does their job. Every single day. For all these years. I want to know what the explanation is. And this is why I stand up to corruption program. Every day I'm reminded that these folks will not do their job and they're against it. Every single day. Not a day goes by that y'all don't let these people commit felonies. You license me to do what I do. When I come in the street, I'm not asking no questions. Okay? When I go to work, I don't ask no questions. I get busy. Everybody the enemy. Y'all made that clear. So like I said, is that really a wise, smart decision? I don't know. Do you think? Like I said, this is why all these corrupt officials are getting arrested, locked up, and getting their karma right and left. We laughing at y'all, bro. Y'all got an entire department being investigated. Y'all going to prison forever, doing life sentences. We laughing at y'all, bro, while y'all get yours. All y'all getting what you deserve. What do you threat to none of you? These people won't come within 2,000 miles of me, y'all so terrified. Same folks that was trying to talk behind my back about 10, 15 years ago. You did everything to stop me, right? Like I said, they tried everything. They tried to take away everything I ever had. They didn't want me to have no vehicle, no home, no nothing, and nobody for lives, but nobody.
Unit activated. Please
I got it all. I'm not going to come on here and be fake. I don't care about you. I'm going to be me. I'm going to give you the real. Then that's what you folks don't get. You still use it being fake. This program, this social media, it programs you to be fake and you allow it. I'm not going to. I'll go to another channel. See my point? It's not worth that. See, that's a form of selling your soul. I'm selling my soul for no little $100 for this little money. Yeah, I'm getting where I'm making it. It ain't worth it, bro. I got causes I'm trying to stand up for. I got things that ain't right that these people do. Like these companies that I'm about to file lawsuits on. Like, Yeah, I'll be diplomatic as I can. I'll try to follow the rules. I try to spit my message the right way, but that's the best I can do. I ain't going no extra mile, no. Hell no. But this, you serious? Hell no, bro. See what I'm saying? See, that's my point. Like I told you, folks want to get me in that energy, and then they sit here and they monitor the channel because they're looking for an excuse because they don't want to see me succeed with my business. That stuff is crazy, son. That's straight crazy, bro. You're not tricking anyone. You're not no genius. You're not clever. That's weak sauce. The way y'all move is weak. Everything I'm saying is facts. I see YouTube let people get away with tons of stuff. But when I just barely talk and express myself, oh, it's a major problem. Oh, you can't have a business. Oh, you can't make any money. This platform's so backwards, it's unreal, bro. Just like you go. What are you talking about? Bro, I depleted the Illuminati financially, bro. You ain't talking about nothing, bro. You got, like I said, all these folks don't want to act down. I'm not fake, bro. You don't want to act down because you know I made it. Because you know I changed the whole game now. Because you know I'm the architect of reality. Everything moves to the beat of my drum now. No matter what. With the channel went up, this is what they don't think. Well, y'all understand that I already made enough money on here, basically, especially when I get to this next shit. I already made enough money, basically, to where, put it, I'm not going to need this. That's number one, right? And I'm going to create all my own lanes for everything after income. That's number one. Number two, I did it with all y'all against me and the entire culture and group against me, right? Doing everything to try to stop me. Y'all don't have that. I'm one man. These people got armies of thousands of people acting like I'm doing something wrong, standing up for myself, taking their channels down, stopping them in their tracks, right? Stopping folks in the street, winning against these criminals, winning against the corrupt, getting these people to lose their job because that's what they deserve, right? And people want to play with my livelihood for no reason. What are you talking about? How can you turn that situation around? Y'all folks is funny, bro. Who is you talking to? Talk to me. Just like Batman said, swear at me. That's exactly the way I'm going to be. See, these people don't get it. I'm coming with a vengeance. God done created a monster that you have to deal with. Don't tell you the truth, bro. God does not love any of you. Real talk. God can't stand you people. That's the truth. If he could, why would he create this and create your justice in the flesh? God's against y'all, bro. If you got God against you, God help you because he can't help you. Can't nobody help you now. See, this is what y'all don't get. It is what it is. You can say what you want, bro, but the truth is, all y'all, your time is up. All y'all, your time been up. You want to talk this fake stuff still. You want to sit here and talk about it and twist it fake. Nah. Y'all's time been up. The clock was ticking. The clock already ran out of time, huh? Y'all time up, bro. Real talk. Just like Steve said, right? Before God got him, right? What did he say? He said, literally, bro, he said, it's getting horrible, bro. He said, we're all doing it. Steve was pretty smart. He called it out ahead of time. And he knew why, right? Because all that witchcraft y'all been doing, all that nonsense, all them fake kitchen stuff. Y'all ain't no real witches. Yeah, all that stuff you're trying to send my way, it doesn't work. It just came out of the reading. And it says justice, serious justice, severe karma for the corruption. All this corruption on every level, because I was targeted. Like I said, y'all took everything you could from me and you still didn't take anything. You didn't take anything that you got to keep. You just tried to leave me with nothing, and instead I have it all. And God's about to give me way more. Yeah, so who won? I won. Just like when I said 15 world records, there's no debate on nothing. Who are you talking to and why are you acting like you're talking to me? Come in telling me, get real with yourself and get a grip. Nah, there's no debate. 15 world records, honey. 15 world record holder, 15-time world record holder. Straight solidified in the books. Right? Don't talk to me about fake stuff. Put up under the park where I'm at and work out with me. You understand? There's one dude talking about, oh, I'm in this army. I don't care what you from. I already told you that's my pet peeve. Don't ever tell me, oh, I'm military. What? That's what the dude did in security. What? You heard the story. I don't got to repeat it. What do you mean? We don't fight on that. I don't care. That's the last thing I want to hear. Oh, I'm a Marine. I'm a military. I'm a Navy SEAL. Yeah, all y'all suffer. All y'all are joking. None of y'all think for yourself. I'm tougher and stronger than all y'all. I can outdo your whole crews. Everybody knows that. That's the whole point of this. That's what I already proved. See, they want to act and talk backwards and act like they decide what they validate. You're a nobody on the sidelines. You need to get a grip, bro. You don't have a voice. You have no seat at the table to tell me, oh, what you've done, you haven't done. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Go get a grip, homie. That's what you need to do. Real talk, paying me them little dollars, and it helps me get my little whatever I need for the day. Real smart. Helping the enemy. I'm supposed to be the enemy. I'm your sworn enemy you claim on YouTube, but I don't even know you and never met you because you're terrified of me and you're a coward. But you're going to give me money? That makes sense to you? See, they're so big about, oh, YouTube. They think if YouTube does something or with a channel, oh, it's the end of the world. Oh gosh, what a big, I don't care about this. You ain't listening. I don't care about you. I don't care how you feel. All I care about is getting my money. That's it. What? Playing with my money? You ain't playing with my money. When? When have you ever shut me down? But I shut illegal organizations down hands on. When have you ever shut me down to stop my movement or my activity? But I stay shutting y'all down. All y'all. Cartel, all the gang members, Tren de la Agua, all y'all. I stay shutting y'all fools down. You don't do nothing about it. Nothing. Come on, Narky, lash out. Come on, do something. Do I sound scared? Do something. Begging you. I will beg you to do something. Y'all won't do nothing. Nothing. You understand? Oh, I'm not just crazy. I'm on a whole nother level, homie. I've been on a whole nother level. See, words can't explain me. That's why it's funny to me when they try to use words to explain, just like you tried to say, oh, it's not full extension. Homie, look at the video, bro. My feet are about to touch the ground. I can't extend any further or my feet will touch the ground. That's not a pull. See, you're saying something, you're reaching so much because you just can't handle the fact that I did 40 full extension pull-ups. That was nothing for me, bro. Do you understand that right now I can probably do like at least 50, 60. I can muscle out. Yeah. I guarantee you I'm going to get where I break the world record on full extension pull-ups next. Because the world record for pull-ups, and it wasn't full extension, was 105, which I already defeated at 200. Now I'm going to do full extension, and I'm going to do more than 105. Watch. Watch, right in front of your face, because you wanted to open your mouth. And then God is going to bless me with more properties, more mansions, more real estate, more money, more money. See, you got something against the human spirit. I speak with passion. You want me to be a robot. You keep talking about something like you're following the rules in society. Yeah, you're mad because you settled. You followed the rules. Where did it get you? Nowhere. I broke every rule, and look where I'm at the top. I represent everything that you had no excuse to. You could have tried to become, and you didn't have the heart. That's what your issue is with me. See, people can emulate. They can copy me like Cyrex can copy my words, but he doesn't walk my walk. There's a big difference. My deal is, I don't care about anything that y'all talk about. I'm glad when anybody draws inspiration from me, because that's what I set out to do, was be an inspiration to folks. Because that's my job here. That's my purpose. I'm not going to judge you for what you did wrong. That's not my job or place. If other people want to do that, I think it's wrong of them. But if that's what they want to do, that's their decision. But I speak for me. I don't have nothing against nobody. I believe in forgiveness. You understand? Like I said, anyone who's drawing inspiration from me, that's everything I do this for. That means it'll give them inspiration to better their life, better themselves, and become a better person. And that's what it's doing. That's a positive. See, we can't just label folks and then say, oh, we're shunning them. Oh, they did this. I don't care what someone did. People make mistakes, bro. Like, y'all ain't never made mistakes? Oh, it's whack, bro. What is you talking about? Y'all ain't never done nothing wrong? What is you talking about? Y'all act like everybody, like we hear, like this is the thing. They act like life is a project you can mess up, bro. Y'all afraid to live life, bro. Y'all, all of you. All y'all, bro. This is why you'll never get anywhere, bro. None of you. Y'all want to talk about fake money, talk about fake people, all this. You want to have your opinion on everybody else, but what about you? Because all I see a bunch of hogwash talking and nonsense. I see the same behaviors, the same neglect. I see the same thing. I see the same hypocrisy. I see a bunch of fake stuff, people hiding behind the internet. All I'm worried about is what's right in front of my face. You understand? All this nonsense, all this internet stuff, until something is brought in front of my face, I could care less about it. That's what y'all don't get. That's why I let everybody do their thing, because y'all in your own little warped dimension of delusion, all y'all. I'm going to tell you straight up, all y'all delusional. That's why I be putting you in your place. You don't have nothing to say. All y'all. I don't play these games, bro. I'm a street dude, like I said. I'm in charge of my life. Can't nobody come over here in my life and tell me what to do or how to live. I don't care, and I don't care how much money anybody got. You're going to do what I tell you. Watch, I guarantee it. So what do you mean? I don't follow nobody's rules. I don't care about money. Money doesn't sway or move me. I don't care about what y'all talk about, and none of y'all have no money, so what are you talking about? I'm tired of it. I tell y'all not to do something, y'all want to play games. Nah, don't make false claims, bro. Put up receipts. I ain't seen receipts of no claim that's been made by any of y'all online. Anyone. This goes for everybody. All y'all been talking about your means, talking about, oh yeah, this amount. I ain't seen no real money yet, but we stay making real bread. Groovy Jimmy had to sit there right there and say, yeah, they trying to stop the money. Okay, so you're aware of what the red triangles are trying to do towards me? And you don't think that's collusion and conspiracy? That's a felony. You just admitted to another felony. You have a bad habit of telling on yourself, bro. Like, little tip of advice. Stop telling on yourself. Stop running your mouth. Stop self-snitching. Learn how to do radio, bro. See, this is the thing, bro. If we was talking in person, these conversations would go a whole different way. And you all think that I care. You think that I'm going to get upset if I met Groovy Jimmy in person. I'm a grown man. Groovy Jimmy is like 26 years old, bro. If I see Groovy Jimmy, I'm going to say, yo, what's up, Groovy Jimmy? And I'm going to keep on pushing because I'm a grown man and I got grown man stuff to do. That's what these folks don't get. You want to talk to me like I'm not grown. Yeah, that'll be the day. Anybody. What? I've never seen that happen. Not in reality. Nope, never happened. I guess nope. Everybody you sent, bro, had to put money in my pocket, pay me for my meal, and scram. Sounds like a gangster to me. See, these folks is upset, but I keep winning in reality. They want to win in Delusionville. You can have that. Whatever that means. I'm going to keep winning in reality. I won against every agent you sent. And when you start sending agents across state lines, that's prison time. That's a life sentence. But it's all fun and games, right? Well, I'm going to be laughing at y'all when y'all get indicted on federal charges. And that's guaranteed it's going to happen. No matter what. No matter what, man. And these agencies, FBI and the feds, I'm calling you out. You never do your job. You haven't done your job for years. What's your excuse? You don't have a choice. They ain't got no choice. This is a public matter, man. If they don't do it, the people are going to go crazy because everybody's heard every word I speak. Boy, stop it. Y'all a joke. Hold up. So that's all I really got to say for now. Like I said, man, quit talking on unfair playing fields where I can't respond. Okay? Quit doing that weird stuff y'all do, right? That's not proving any point. It's just, furthering your charges, and y'all are looking at life sentences in prison. It's that serious over YouTube. So like I said, it ain't about just, I'm making money. No, it was like this before I was ever making it. It's just y'all can't handle my voice and the fact that I'm proving my points. I proved every single point. I haven't had anybody even issue one statement. No public statement has been issued. I continue to repeat this. They've refused to issue a public statement. Please issue a public statement that makes coherent sense. When you can do that, come talk to me. Until then, you're wasting your time. I do real radio. I'm a real public figure. I'm a real thug that goes out in the street and comes up against criminals with his bare hands and wins. You're not me. Okay? Don't play with me. Okay? You want to play with someone else? That's cute. You're not going to play with me at all. None of y'all. Trust me on that. I promise you. Feel me? And you found out already, all y'all. So what you mean? How many more folks got to find out? What kind of game is that? We ain't playing over here. The only people playing games is you people, bro. I don't know what kind of game you playing, but I'm not going to play your game with you. You understand? Like, all these people, bro, they in for a rude awakening, bro. God is coming. He's riding right now. Like I said, ghost ancestors, get him. I ain't playing about nothing. The dogs is off the leash. The gloves is off. I ain't playing about nothing. Y'all know what time it is. All y'all. That includes everybody. I ain't none of your friends. Feel me? Want to sit here and play, and they want to talk to you after they sit there and try to mess you over. They the type of folks want to mess you over in front of your face. Yeah, because that went so well for y'all before it. Right? Like all these folks ain't get handled every time. You don't remember what happened? I do. I remember vividly. I remember people trying to twist every scenario and trying to cause me trouble and problems because I was a gangster, but I got the best of you. I didn't back down to nothing, bro. I got some stories I could tell, bro, but I won't. Nope. See, over here, we don't do no talking. Yeah. I'll just say the truth, man. Y'all is mad phase. Y'all some cowards. You scared of me. You terrified of me. All y'all. All these fools that run their mouth, man. That real James, bro, you used one of the biggest failures I've ever seen. Why are you worried about me and got my name in your mouth? You don't have a name in this game, so you want to make a name off of me, bro. You trying to copy how I rap, how I sing. You can't come close. What are you talking about? You want to copy how I talk? That dude, I promise you, listened to my episodes for years and tried to say, I'm going to try to copy him the way he talk. He's all lame, bro. You was never a rapper, bro. You never made one rap track, bro. You don't have a name in this game, nothing. Why are you in all these chats trying to act like you someone, bro? You's an alcoholic bozo, bro. You ain't never gonna be no one. Just like I told you, I meant every word I said, and I'll say it to your face. You won't do nothing about it, bro. You like 3 feet tall, homie. Like, real talk, bro. Like, wherever you at, city, state, oh, I'm gonna be there, Batman gonna be there, and Batman's gonna be actively moving in the streets. What do you mean? You're not gonna do anything but hide inside. Talking about Chicago, homie, I'm gonna be right on Cermak. What do you mean? Like I said, we about to have millions. God's gonna bless me. I'm gonna do business with that insurance company too. You gotta pay like $100 to join them. I had a lady sit right there at the IHOP and offer me, yo, do you want to join this? I already know about them. They right there on Cermak. Oh, the irony. The irony. I might be working for them, Rio. Yeah, so I'll be right on Cermak because I got to go to the office, right? So these folks, they want to talk to people, and they want to treat people some way behind a computer, but what they don't get is some of these monsters, they bounce back. Some of these monsters, come through the screen, and I'm one of them. Some of us really, really, really pull up and show up. Some of us really go across state and nations and travel, bro. I'm planning to go to Africa, bro, and mine gold. I don't know what y'all are talking about. I don't know who you talking to. I don't know why you acting like you're pocket watching me when you don't know nothing about me. I don't know why you acting like you controlling my movements when you're not. I don't know why you talking some way to stop me from taking valid opportunities. What does it matter to you what I do, where I sleep, where I go? It ain't your business. You ain't controlling nothing. The fact is you're completely desperate. You're reaching and you don't know nothing about me and you're panicking. That's reality, Duke. All y'all. What do you mean? Yeah, you don't know if I'm outside somewhere, just like now? You have no idea where I'm at right now, do you? You don't know where I'm at. You don't know where I'm moving, what I'm doing. You have no clue, bro. And what's that? Power. Power. See, you all chase comfort. I chase discomfort. I'm Batman. Y'all want to talk about the same concepts. I got fangs for a reason. God molded and created me in front of you through miracles. What? You have something to fix. Look at you. A guy like Rob Rack, can you see yourself, bro? You take the definition of jolly cheeks to a whole nother level. Who? For real. You look like Santa. I'm sorry, but what? Talking to me, but you looking like the Grinch? Or like I look like Cindy Lou Who compared to you. Like what? That's who I am, bro. I mean, I'm the definition of just a real dude. I don't know what you're talking about. You want to talk about Tyree Sneed? I'm just saying Tyree Sneed a good-looking dude, bro. For you to say, oh, I want to show people how you look. I look like Jesus. Said you look like a skateboarder. I don't look like a skateboarder. See, that's what I mean. They can't even make up their mind. I grew my hair out. Oh, now I look like a skateboarder? How does that even make sense? I looked in the mirror today. I looked like Bruce Wayne. That's what I look like. The minute I start combing and gelling my hair, y'all gonna be like, yeah, that's Bruce Wayne. What are you talking about? The minute I get a normal haircut, ain't no big deal. See, that's what I'm saying. When you got people want to embellish everything, want to do all this fake talking, right? Yeah, like I said, you all went and got TJ to hop out the box and make a fool out of himself. All these people do is make a fool out of themselves. All of them. Ain't getting nowhere, ain't building nothing, ain't talking about nothing, but all we do is stay making money and progressing over here. All we do is stay playing the game the right way, being a braveheart. I'm not going to sit here and watch what I say and play these games with the little corny rules. Are you serious? What? See, all of them, you sold your soul. Y'all ain't got no human spirit. I got my soul. I got my spirit. I'm me. Don't care how you feel about it. Ain't no sugarcoat, nothing. I'm happy because I'm me. That's all I need to be happy is me and God. Christina just makes me doubly happy. Right? And I'm waiting for all that to happen for her to be here. Feel me? I don't know what y'all talking about. Like I said, it's just crazy how they tried to come for everything that makes me happy, and you haven't done a thing because God got me. Yeah, me and Christina good. Our relationship gets stronger. And every time you sit there and run your mouth or whatever, it just gets stronger. That's what I've noticed. So it is what it is. We going to keep winning. God is going to bless me. I never worry about nothing, man. We all make mistakes, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing that's so crazy. These people don't understand. I be God and I be proving points to you people, man. I can mess up. I can make a mistake. I can be tired. I can take a day off. It's okay. I'm a human being, bro. People make mistakes, man. You understand I can't do wrong anymore? Listen, I'm a human being. I got desires. I got impulses. I got things I want to do. Whatever. I can't make a mistake because I got the whole society against me. What are you going to do? Judge me when you're all against me? It's impossible because you're giving me unfair treatment. See, if you would just treat me right and give me fair treatment, right? Then I wouldn't have any problems. Y'all ain't giving me fair treatment. Where's my money at? Where's my surplus of everything I need? Where's all my necessities? Where's my help? Where's my support system? Till you give me that, I ain't hearing what none of y'all talking about. None of you. That includes everybody, bro. I don't care what none of y'all have to say, bro. I operate me, just Tyree, and that's it. I'm doing my thing. I'm from the hood and the ghetto. I don't know none of y'all. I don't know what you're talking about. Y'all corny, and it's funny as hell to me. That's who I am. See, you could pull that act with other people online. Like I said, you learned your lesson. Now walk away. I ain't the one. You ain't gonna play with me. No, you're not. Right? I'm just like my father. So yeah, I don't know what they was talking about. I don't know why they get on this computer and act like they've done something towards me. Like I said, there was one guy on a panel at one day talking about all I want to do is mess with blah, blah, blah with Tyree. Who messed with me? When? Nobody messing with me, bro. Like I said, if you're going to talk about that's all you do and that's all you want to do, at least do it. You ain't doing nothing, bro. You ain't never going to do nothing because you can't. Yeah, no, what you want is you want me to have a hard time every day. Yeah, right. Bro, like I would put up with that. You know who you talking to, bro? Yeah, like I said, bro, I've spent more money than any human being that ever walked the face of this earth, homeboy. You better learn who you talking to. You got that? I don't care about no YouTube. You serious? This little money on here, this ain't nothing to me, bro. This is peanuts. Get that right. 30,000 is peanuts to me. Okay? I legally did what they pretended Frank Lucas could do. 8 million times that. Legally. Get on here and play with me like you forgot who I am. Yeah. Like all these folks down here don't remember me and all the stuff I was doing with all my money. Oh, they all know me. All of them. All these folks know me, bro. They all know about me. All y'all know how I get down. So what do you mean? Huh? Like I said, still got my Porsche paid $25,000 for. $25,000 ain't nothing to me. Ain't nothing to me. Real talk. Like, real talk, bro. I make $25,000 literally like that's nothing, bro. Real talk. That's like when Red Pill lays an egg. Feel me? Red Pill, like you see what I'm saying? They don't even have nobody to talk to. They want to live vicariously through me. That homeboy can't even go afford himself a chicken sandwich. Bro, you is crazy, bro. Y'all is crazy, son. That's all I gotta say. Y'all crazy, bro. Y'all really hiding behind cameras for years, bro. Y'all really, really committing crimes like over nothing that'll make you look softer every day. You ain't no thug. You ain't tough. I don't know what you think you're proving except making yourself look sillier. So please continue. Remember, I don't care about this or YouTube, but you do. It's all y'all got, and you have fun with that, and I'm going to go live my beautiful life and do other things that are fun because I have a life. And I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to keep it G-tough. All y'all need to get a life. Seriously. It is sad, bro. Feel me? Yeah, no, and that's what you really mad at. You mad at anybody who has a life. That's what you mad at because y'all don't. Because y'all got to sit on YouTube all day by yourself, miserable. Hey, listen, bro, I got an offer, man, for all you people who like that, who want to say something to me that's delusional and it's so important to you, come out here and see me, right? And not on no bad aspect. Come out here and see me so I can teach you and you can learn from me how to be happy. That's what we do over here. I'm a life coach. I'm a spiritualist. I'm a motivational speaker. I don't care how upset you are at me or how negative you speak to me. Come out here and see me so that I can help you. How about that? That's where I've been at with it every day. Now, I've had to deal with tons of different people in walks of life. I can deal with the worst people there is. If I can deal with narcissists, I could deal with anybody. The right way, diplomatically, politely, treating them like a human being, even if they don't deserve that or aren't one. Yeah, don't play with me, bro. Like I said, this is what I do, bro. No, I deal with every walk of life. I was in Alpha Pod, 65-man pod, solitary confinement. I done seen it all, homeboy. You know, I was in Bankhead. What? I was in Atlanta jail in the detention center. I got locked up in either Cobb or DeKalb County, too. You don't know nothing about who you're dealing with, man. It's funny, bro. It's funny how everything to you a game. People getting locked up is funny. What's funny about that? I don't think that's funny, bro. I don't think it's funny when people go through things. Y'all wasn't laughing when what happened to Steve's happened. You wasn't laughing when what happened to Nipsey happened. So how are you this hypocritical? You see what I'm saying? Nobody has any respect for y'all. Y'all make a spectacle of yourselves. You on all these body cam sites looking silly. How about that? I'm talking about the body cam footage. The culture, y'all look silly. Y'all look mad weak every time. Like, I can see why every time they come around, y'all run. Because they got your number. They be making y'all look silly, but none of y'all have nothing to say about that? Y'all don't want to talk about the real issues? Okay, then get off YouTube. All y'all, get the hell off my platform. Ain't none of y'all should be on here running your mouth. Ain't none of y'all even talking about reality. We're here to talk about the issues. We ain't here to talk about, we want to paint our own world. We're going to sit here and tell ourselves a bunch of lies. Come on, bro. Rob Rack is a weirdo. That's what he is. Rob Wack is a weirdo. He's been whacked. Nobody, he got no friends. Like, come on, bro. Ain't here to talk about people like that, man.
Lil Blaze,
I went over there and told you what it is today, and you felt it. I could hear it in your voice.
Miku.
You got him all in his feelings. Because it's the truth. You tell yourself what you want, homeboy, but you ain't never going to be successful, and you never be me. So, I mean, if you want to sit there and create your own world, I mean, the question is, that's cool, but who you talking to? You ain't even got no viewers, no fans, no people who support you. Not in reality. In reality, you're a very lonely man, and you just drink it all away every day. And that's only going to last so long, bro, because the way that you drink, I'm going to keep it a buck with you, it's going to affect you. And I'm going to predict it in your near future. How about that? And every prediction I made has come true. I called it out with Steve's, what happened to him. I called it out with all these people in the red triangles. So don't play with me, homie. I'm making the prediction right now, bro. Like, nah, bro, you drink too much. Seriously, you drink too much. You don't know how to take care of yourself. You don't look after your health. I know you just ain't doing things right. Over here, you see what I'm doing. Fruit juices, running, exercise, working out, training. What do you mean? I take care of myself. I'm going to be doing meditation. I have needs. I have to do what I got to do to take care of myself. Like, I don't know what you mean. Like me, what I'm tired of is I need everybody to start talking more. I need everybody to be social. I need everybody to make sense. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, I got requests on Cash App right now. Like I told them, like they already did a little something. I told them, yo, when you can, please help. I'm trying to get this phone bill paid, man. Let me think what I need. I need at least, if y'all want to help me, because I need y'all to help me, I need at least, I'd say at least, hell, I got to get at least $40, $50 to $100 together, and I got to pay that phone bill. And the whole point is, what I'd like to do right now is have enough where I can bounce back, right, get my check, and have money on top of that so I can pay the phone bill and get me a bicycle. And then I already got the stand, right, so for the phone, so then I could put it on the bike, and then we live, and then we roll. You people can either help me with my business or be quiet. That's how it works now. Don't say nothing. I'm not giving you no voice. I'm not giving you no avenues to contact me no more. Nothing. I'll shut everything down. I'm not going to hear it. I don't got to look at these payment apps either. I can shut them down and log out and go into them when I want. I'm not going to play these games with y'all. So like I said, pay me now. That's what you need to do. You understand? Pay me so I can get the phone bill rolling, right? Again this month, because I've done it by myself every month. Y'all never help me with nothing, ever, right? And pay so I can get me a bicycle. If it's at the pawn shop, there's no issue with that. See, that's how people build businesses. They get bikes and stuff cheap at a pawn shop. They fix them. They sell them. That's admirable. I'd like to see any of you learn how to run a business instead of just talking down and dismissing all of reality. Right, that's a weak approach. These are people who are failures. I'm not interested in talking to people who fail. I'm interested in talking to people who know how to succeed. And quite frankly, they're not only far and few, they don't exist. Because I'm the only one who has succeeded. So all y'all can just be quiet, sit down in my class and listen to me. Capiche? You ain't getting it, bro. I succeed in everything I do. That's why I succeed on here, and y'all act like it's some big mystery. Well, every day you act like I'm at your discretion or mercy, like, oh, y'all are going to do something to stop me? What? When? How? Where? What? See, you think it's about words. You think it's about money. You think it's about channel. It's about God. Remember that. God is in control, not YouTube. YouTube ain't God. Y'all are silly. Y'all lost. Just like I told you years ago. You understand? And you're wasting your time. Feel me? Other than that, it is what it is, man. I stay making money. I just don't really care. I don't care about this, bro. This is a waste of my time, man. I'll go build my business and do what I'm doing. I'm going to keep doing the same thing, but I'm going to build it on another level. I'm going to try to look for different platforms. Real talk. This is a joke. You understand? So, like I said, do what y'all do, man. I ain't worried about it. I could care less, and that's why I'm happy. Yeah. So, stay jealous of my happiness because I know it got you triggered and pressed. I know I got y'all in your feelings. All right? So see, this is what you get. Every time you want to sit there and keep doing things and trying to talk to me when I don't know you and you got no business approaching me online or off, right? I'm going to put you in your place. I'm going to tell you what it really is. And I'm going to test you every day and press you. Okay? I'm not concerned about nobody. You understand? I'm at peace. Feel me? You should find some. Real talk. Find peace, man. You know what I mean? Get help. All y'all, bro. Come to God. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. I'm at peace, man, because I got God with me. I ain't worried about none of this. This whole stuff is satanic and demonic. It's not for me, man. Real talk. That's what I've learned and realized. This ain't for me. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, you imagine a world like this where these people is this weird and this predatory and this upset, bro. Y'all got young dudes, man. Y'all be, look at these YNs, bro. These young boys. You got youngins, bro. They act like they like in old men's bodies. All y'all act miserable, bro. You got the so-called women. It's the same thing. Y'all act like old men. You know what I mean? I enjoy life, man. I'm trying to get my money up because I want to get the food that I want. I want to get everything I want. I want to build my life up. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. People look at me, they're like, oh, you young. I don't even tell them no more my age. I'm like, bro, I ain't that young. I'm 30, about to be 36. But they look at me. I just clean shaved the other day, so they look at me. They probably think I'm like a teenager in my 20s. I literally age backwards. I don't make anything up I say. You can look. I look in the mirror every day. I'm beautiful. You understand? Like, people could do what they want, man. Like people ain't understand when people tell me, like they say real things. Some people are cool. Like, they said, like, it looks like you're getting your money up. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I don't think it's so much about getting money up. I think it's just that people stepped up, a couple of people, and God is working on people and changing things. Hopefully people's intentions are pure. I didn't get no money up. I haven't done nothing different. My formula just works. You have to understand, I'm a master manipulator when I want to be, and I'm an empath. I'm an influencer. I did it when I had cuffs on me. That's why I kept putting up that dude from that movie, Safe House, because I did it when I had cuffs on me. I did it when I had all the warrants and everything. I was on the run for 7 years, bro. Okay? I had to manipulate a whole bunch of stuff to get through everything and do what I had to do. Real talk. I'm just talking about as far as like diplomatically being a public speaker. I know how to manipulate the right way. You understand? I know how to influence people. So, you understand? So when I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm never acting. It's all real and a real energy, but I just know how to move people. And when you have a power like that and you're dealing with someone who is an empath, who can be a genuine master manipulator, not with an agenda, not evil. There's nothing evil about manipulation if it's for good, right? Who can manipulate things through the Holy Spirit, through the power of God, and bring change, positive change, and uplift people. You understand? I just call it that because I think it's a cool little title, a master manipulator. It's what all these narcs want to be, but you can't be because you're not me and you're not a genius. I'm a master manipulator, bro. Told you, whatever I want, I can get. All I got to do is open my mouth. And usually, I don't even have to open my mouth. Honestly, things just come to me. I'm a divine feminine in every reading. I'm not an emperor. I'm actually an empress. I'm just keeping it real with you. That's how the readings go. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean anything like what you might say. I don't care about that. See, people don't get, I'm comfortable. I know who I am. People know I'm masculine. People like I don't care. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. People got to learn how to be themselves. You know what I mean? I look at you people on YouTube, man. Honestly, I just feel sorry for you, man, because y'all people, you never found yourself. You know what I mean? See, you worried about YouTube, and I'm worried about a spiritual journey with God. See how we're different? We got different priorities, man. I'm going on prayer walks. I'm meditating. I'm doing all the real things, real components that you know, get you closer to God. I talk to God every day. God talks to me every day, man. Feel me? I keep my eyes on God. I don't care about none of this nonsense. Because God is in control of all of it. God is in control of this world. Like I said, give it over to God, man. That's all I can say, man. But like I said, I'm just going to be honest with you, bro. I've never been happier in my life. Honestly. You know what I mean? Like, happiness doesn't come from money. It comes from within. Never been happier. Never been more proud of myself. You know what I mean? Let me explain something to you. You could never take away how proud I am. You have never made me feel anything. You're just trying to talk to me a way that I don't tolerate, and I don't tolerate anything but respect. You're not projecting your emotions. You're not making me upset because you are, or nothing of that. It never happened. No, I just don't tolerate anything but respect. What do you mean? It's tattooed on me. Like, I live this. So, yeah, I just think that's so funny how they can't call things what they are and be real with themselves about what's going on. That's why we slow down and we talk about reality. I'm not here for y'all. I'm here for me. That's what y'all got to understand. I'm a master manipulator and influencer, bro. I'm going to get mine. Just like I told you. Have I not been getting mine? I'm going to keep getting mine. I need everybody to donate. I need to get this phone bill paid. and I'm trying to get it. If I had enough, I want to pay it on the 21st or before, which is tomorrow, right? That's when it's due, before it gets shut down. And then I got to worry about getting into Wi-Fi and going everywhere and going far as hell just so I can try to get everything back up and going. Like, it's a lot of problems, bro, for no reason. That's my point. Make things easier on me. You feel me? I'm going to be in a good mood regardless. It is what it is. But like I said, I'm trying to get my phone bill paid, and get me a little bike. Because I'd like to get rolling again. That way I can get everything going. And those are the two things I need right now. And then that way I can make some more money on top of that and start looking into the engines for the bicycles. Y'all ain't getting it. It's not about advancing like that down here. I'm not worried about that. I don't need none of that. It's about the future. The future, I'm going to have enough money to buy whatever engines I need. I'm going to be able to use bicycles. I'm going to be building pat pods. I'm going to be metal shaping. It's about knowledge. See, I've traded knowledge for money any day, always. That's why I spent so much and made so much money, and I learned so much from it. Even if I ever took a loss, if I failed, failure is part of success. That's what taught me. And I always would trade money for knowledge. I learn about knowledge, and then I combined it and use it. Don't tell me I'm doing something wrong, sir, when I have an anointing over my life. I'm God's number one chosen one and his chosen child. I'm God's son, and he loves me. And I'm winning in every aspect, and this is nothing but a dimension, and this is just a portal, and then you go to heaven or hell, and I'm going to heaven. And, oh, y'all, let's keep it real. I mean, where do you think you're going? Right? Come on. Where do you think you're going? You think you're going to heaven? Doing the things you're doing? No, it ain't about what you believe. It ain't about all that nonsense. It's about being a good person. It's about acts of kindness. It's about being genuine. It's about where your heart's at. Everything is in the heart, man. That's what y'all don't get. Your heart is everything. Like I said, what you all do is you want to sit there and talk disparagingly. You're playing yourself. It's what all y'all so-called women do in these fake relationships too, because y'all can't be real. You're not playing me, you're playing yourself. You got a wonderful human being in front of you. Ask Christina, she'll be the first to tell you. She said it about other people. She said it's sad that people don't appreciate such a wonderful human being. Like she knows I'm amazing. I'm an amazing person. You can learn a lot from me. If you don't want to listen and you don't want to learn, that's fine. Keep it shaking. I'm talking about to all these people in the public. Christina will tell you straight up, I'm an amazing human being. I know I am. So, like I said, if people don't want to utilize and cherish me and cherish that and learn from me, it is what it is. Feel me? But that's about it, man. Like I said, I'm happy. Y'all mad as hell. Kind of seems like everything's in the right place, right? Why? Because God is real. All right. Stay mad, son.
Side effect.
Yeah, that's such success.
You're gonna live forever. Literally forever.
It's fine.
Ulta beauty card. It's fine. Exactly. I don't know why the I'm talking to you.
What's wrong? You just said there was nothing wrong with that, and then now you're saying there's something wrong with that?
Context. A lot of other cultures do it, but you're only doing it because you want to just spend everything. But you do. You spend way more than you make. That is objectively true.
Okay.
So what the f*** are you talking about? So you can build your business, your make-believe business that you've never done, so you can do a worthless degree.
With my family, with my parents.
You can do without living at home and having independence and making progress in your life.
But when I was trying to do that, I got
LA's a big city. You can live in a lot of people. Yes, because you can't manage finances because you're incapable of maturity. Because you're incapable of maturity.
I'm not educated in it.
No. Listen, I'll put you through our budgeting program. I'll get you in DollarWise Central where you get all of our classes, including all future classes, okay? It saves 80% for these guys, but you get it for free. So take all our budgeting class, debt class, real estate class, recession class, everything you can do, and take advantage of the budgeting app. That'll actually teach you. If we're going to use the I was uneducated excuse.
I will get educated.
If we're going to use